Would really help if I turned my mic on before I press the enable mic button on OBS. Cool. Hey, I'm here. It's way later than I wanted to stream. I wanted tonight to be like another mega stream, but it's almost 1 a.m. Today was a day. If like I don't even know, like I'm just like I'm trying to like figure this, because like if people on YouTube watch this video years and years from now and didn't know about today, they would be like, what the fuck happened? Because holy shit, today's turning into a right mess. And it's only 1 a.m. Not even. So we're up to the final island. Last time I maxed out my speed, my attack, and my defense. Off stream, I maxed out my rings. Hey Val. Off stream, I did max out my rings. As you can see, all 4 levels are maxed now. So we're good on that. And there was also. No, that was it. I bought a few portal gears with the remaining tokens I had. And I stopped here because there's a unique boss over there that I haven't fought yet. Another tower variation. Right. After I finished upgrading my speed, there was a little bit of unique dialogue from the Elder. Here it is. You've reached a level even I cannot exceed. I've done all I can. The rest is up to you. I've already asked so much of you. Would you permit me to ask you one more thing? We Coco, we don't remember much. Something about most are driven by a faint dream or a fleeting emotion. Some are driven by deep regrets. I'm sure you've met a few like that. Even I have forgotten who I once was. All I know is my desire to keep the Cocos safe, and a regret for having once failed them. I'm sorry to ask you to do even more of my duty, but can you still bring Coco to me as you find them? Of course, Gramps, you can always count on me. You truly are a hero. Thank you, Sonic, for my sake, and for the Coco. If you talk to him again, he just says kind of the same thing. You don't actually bring him any more Coco. Like, they don't leave your inventory. And if you go back to the Hermit, he says, I have done all I can for you, Sonic. I will be watching you from within the digital dream. Make us proud, child. And that's that. Yeah, cool. How's Sonic on Switch? Janky. But I mean, it's janky on all platforms. It's just the graphics aren't as good here. Anyway, here's another boss I haven't fought yet, so we're going to do that first. Silverhammer. Well-timed, Whoa. A well-timed seagull cry. Also, I'm sorry, this is a little loud, isn't it? Turn it down. There we go. Right, one other thing I forgot to do. Since I'm level 99 now, I'm going to turn auto combo back on. I know it'll reduce damage, but I'm hoping that the attack up I have will just, like, kind of make it so I don't need to, really focus on it. At this point, I'm going to be doing so much damage, yeah. I don't even need to worry about the button inputs. I could just have auto combo do all the work for me. So I have 8 gears. It's because I bought like 5 yesterday from the fishing hole after I was done. Oh, this one again. super hooked on Factorio. Oh yeah, I saw you playing it the other day. When I saw the preview for it, it looked really weird. The animations are like very fast in that game. I say as I'm playing a Sonic game. Also, yes, if you missed it, by me getting level 99 speed, I no longer need max rings to do super boost. It's just all the time now. Wasn't there a green beam? There it is. Runs quite well, that's nice. That's good. I'll say that this game does not have slowdown, which is pretty good, pretty impressive for such a large, fast-paced game. Even has multiplayer on it, too. Oh, nice. Okay. I need to get over there. Alright, forward. Oh, right. I forgot this was on the map. This was what I was going to head to last night, and I didn't do it. Because I was like, we don't want to get wrapped up in this. Anyway, I'm here late today, so it's probably not going to be a huge stream. I'm also might have to get up early tomorrow. In the morning.
I believe you can proceed once you find a way to activate the starting device.
So this may not be too late. We'll have to see how things look in like another hour or two.
Sure would have been smoother sailing if we'd been working together from the start, but well, I guess I had to earn your trust first, huh?
Do you know how to activate the starting device?
Look, as long as it's not
I've figured
pinball.
out everything else up until now, haven't I? Don't sweat it.
Oh yeah, and I put the Sonic Adventure 2 shoes back on. Figured why not. They're my preferred outfit of choice, even if it's just the shoes. Trying not to get hit by enemy. Oh, is this the hacking game again? I think it might be. Yep. Ikaruga Light. There we go. Destroyed. Why couldn't I just do that 3 times instead of having to do that pinball game once? I would have preferred the pinball game. I would have preferred not doing the pinball game at all and just having that 3 times. But it is what it is. .3D printing a bridge. You wouldn't download a bridge.
The way is clear. We must acquire the Chaos Emeralds with expediency.
You got it, Sage. We've run into each other so many times, but I only recently learned your name. You could have told me sooner, you know.
We were enemies. Furthermore, my name holds no meaning.
Well, sure it does. Eggman named you that for a reason. That means you're important to him.
You think he cares about me?
Well, sure. In his own way. Hey, time's a-wasting. Let's wrap this up.
Ah, that's how I got to get to the green spot. Perfect. Literally exactly where I needed to be. So, I'm hearing that Pokemon kind of runs like ass. Not kind of, it apparently, like, is really not running very well, which is pretty disappointing. Still gonna stream it, but my hopes are kind of low in terms of performance. One's like Ass 2 chugging along, yeah. To be, okay, in all fairness, I feel like every 3D Pokemon game has run terribly. Legends didn't run that great. Let's Go is the only one that ran decently, and that's because it wasn't that intensive of a game. It was very simplistic. Still don't know why Sonic moves down when I press right. Hey, Ephraim. How you doing? Still don't know why I'm collecting. I don't need to collect these anymore. He's like, could you still collect them? And I'm just like, okay. And I talked to him again, and he said nothing. Alright. So, as I mentioned last night, this area has 9 subspace levels. Cyberspace, excuse me. Not 7. This is 4-4. Don't want the golden seed? I mean, I technically did everything. I've technically earned the game's golden seed. That was being able to use a super boost without max rings, which is still better than nothing. Okay. First ring. Almost hit that thing. Nope. Oh wow, the defense up carries into... Okay, that's interesting. So the defense up actually does carry into the subspace levels. Cyberspace, why do I keep saying subspace? I'm only losing 5 rings when I get hit. There's a red ring. Oh my god, Sonic. Like Mario 2. I do like Mario 2, but I don't know. I'm not thinking about it when I say that. See a red ring right there. And I missed it. Last one. Alright, not bad. Got the clear in the ring one at least. Just need to get that last red ring. Long level. All right. Before I hit that boost. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. And I got the S rank, too. Wow. That's a very lenient stage for that. So you like Mario 2? Do you like Superboy? You mean by Zemina? Sorry, nothing. What's that? Superboy? Okay, Superboy's a Mario knockoff for the MSX by a company called Zemina. And Vinny Vinesauce did a video a long time ago. Showing off other people's stream stuff on my stream. I don't like doing that because then I feel like I'm crutching on their content. Hold on. Superboy. Yeah, it's pretty short. That's from before I started watching him. That's like a compilation. Alright. I want to go back to that place where I could walk on the ceiling. That looked cool. I want to go back there. No, not you. Is this a bootleg? It is a bootleg. Hey, Atman. It's a bootleg on the MSX. Like how there's Somari on the NES. How far in the game are you? Close to the end. I'm on the last island. We'll have found a much better Superboy for the Master System. Towers are Titan. I'm still doing the towers right now. Oh no. If you mean the island with the towers, yeah, I've done that already. I finished that last time. Nighttime only. Don't care. Go up. Okay, where are we? Yeah, I'm currently up to the Sage chapter. Pro Controller's drifting again. I don't like that. Time to smack it. Not to spray more deoxit into it. But the problem is it doesn't seem to fix it for, like, long enough anymore. Yeah, I saw how the tail section hit hardest in context. Yeah. It's pretty emotional. Wait, what? Why does he have something to say to me? I have nothing left to get out of him. I mean, the impression I'm getting from a lot of this backstory with both Tails and Amy is that after this game, they're not gonna like hang around Sonic anymore. They're gonna go off and do their own thing. Alright, I need Nightfall to come down so I can get the waypoint here. Ghost. Okay, this is new. Don't take me out of the action. Okay, Psyloop. They could have just given me, yeah. Surround the pedestal connected to the ghost, take him down before Sonic runs out of rings. Wait, what? Of course, it puts me like, okay, it puts me right next to it. Oh, my rings drain like 1 ring per second. Now, see, this is interesting. You just all, like, set stuff. Okay. Just hoping the next game was more like a time skip to actually give time to develop on their own. That'd be cool. You know what I would like to see if this game gets DLC, have the other characters be playable. Maybe have them each go on their own little mini journey. Oh, cool, that's neat. Just undoes my progress. It's definitely the most inventive enemy so far, because it felt less like a boss and more like kind of a timed mission, even though I have so many rings that it's kind of a moot point. Did I really get nothing for that, though? No gear? Really? Oh, it's down there. got it. No need to collect those since I'm already level 99. And everything. Okay, emerald. Why are these two glowing? Like, that makes no sense. Okay. There we go. Also hope Sage becomes a regular in the cast. That'd be cool. I'm like very eager to see how this ends now. Oh, there's another one over there, damn it. I have to go back. We have to go back, Kate. I should have never left the island, Kate.
So, we've got satellite maps today, but I don't think they can compete with direct brain downloads. I can roll with it now that I know it's alien tech, but it's still a bit weird to me. Like, why are the villages missing when everything else is so detailed?
The ancients had a difficult time adapting to this world, adjusting to the new flora and fauna, dealing with technological incompatibilities. Their settlements were under constant revision. The map was designed for a universal knowledge of the islands and their facilities.
I guess that makes sense. And it's probably a good idea to limit the info to make sure whoever can access it can be trusted first.
Chaos and Chalice being possible descendants of the ancients, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's possible. I think that's just what it is. Like, I think the game makes it pretty damn clear that that's probably the case. But I might be wrong, I don't know. Master Ninja. Why are there so many unique bosses in this area? Ones were just a ruse. Look at this. Yeah. And there's a red pillar, which I took out last time. Are you parrying? No, I keep forgetting. Parrying is something I keep forgetting to do. Like that. That's what being level 99 does to a bitch. Now this enemy I like. I like this enemy. Look at it. Water balloon. Okay, we got squares. Oh, there was more. I missed one. I've done all I can. You still bring more Coco home. You're a true hero, Sonic. You have my deepest thanks. Farewell. Take care of myself and my dear Coco. Okay, I guess that's just a thing we could do with them. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is like impossible to do. There we go. Problem is that boosting, like, just can't precision yourself out. There's another tower over there. Okay. Gotta activate. There's secrets up there. Oh, that's a key. This is 4-5. Okay, just killed all my forward momentum. See why people bitch about the cyberspace levels. Yeah, I haven't been having a super fun time with them. Sonic, what are you doing? Come on. I'm way too late. There we go. There's only two. There's 3. 4. Perfect. I'm only missing the first one. These all required? No. All you need are key. The only thing you're doing these for are keys. But I want to do all. I want to at least do all of them and get all the red star rings in all the levels. I might go for S ranks off stream, honestly, but you don't get anything for it. It's just for completionist's sake. I don't know where the first ring is, because I've already passed the second one. I got S rank. Ooh. So I just need that one red star ring and we're done. We got perfect on this one. So where the hell is that last ring? Not being able to move the camera in this is not great. Straightforward. Oh, maybe it's over here. There it is. Ah, that was cool. Oh my god, really? All the way back here? Okay. There we go. Yeah, no, the only reason you need to go to cyberspace levels is to get enough keys to unlock all 4 of the emeralds in each island. Which you could technically just do through fishing as well. Because you could buy keys through fishing. Speaking of which, I do have to go back to the fishing hole at some point and finish it. Because I still have another 25% to go for this last one. Cool. I think that's all 4 of them now. So I technically, yeah. I technically don't need to do any more subspace or cyberspace areas. Wow, I keep doing that. Just actually wanted to test that because last night I was having an encoding overload at the very end of the stream, and when I was trying to play sound effects, it wasn't working. Like, it was delayed. Hopefully that issue's gone now. Okay, so this area is all done. In fact, it's done, because I completed everything perfectly. That just needs an S rank, which I don't care about. That I've already got. That just needs an S rank. Yeah, bonk. This I couldn't do because I needed too many gears, but now I have more than enough. How many portals have I unlocked? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's still 5 more to go. Okay. So we still got a bit to do here. So we're done here. I can fast travel here. Is that a Wind Waker pig? Awesome. It's a game I want to stream at some point, and I just never gonna have time for it. No, let me just back away from that enemy. We don't need to fight it. Oh, wait, it's a Lechonk? Really? They look so similar to the Wind Waker pigs. From a distance, I can't tell. Ooh, another one of these. Okay, purple, blue, black. Wait, no. Yes, because blue is to be in the bottom. Doggy. I was gonna say, wait, I unlocked another fishing spot. No, that's just the one that's already unlocked. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. Yeah, 75% complete. Let's finish that. I mean, there's nothing really we could get from this now anyway, so... We have enough keys to yeah, pretty much nothing he sells at this point is going to be useful to us except rings.
Hey, Sonic. Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow.
Gator. You can still do the Monster Hunter minigame, even if you're not wearing the costume, it turns out. You can cook with just the soap shoes or the regular shoes on. He's now Crisp Pea Bacon. If I catch a Lechonk, I'll give it a funny name. Probably will. I saw what Pokemon you could get in like the starting area of the game, and there's a lot in terms of returning Pokemon. In fact, one of the ways it's handled apparently is that catch this first. At the beginning of Scarlet and Violet. You could get a lot of baby Pokemon, which is interesting because they're usually not usually catchable in the wild in most games, but in this one they're making them kind of like the beginning area Pokemon that you could catch, which is pretty cool because then you could kind of just have like the babies with you at the beginning rather than getting them later and not having a reason to raise them. Just me or Big looks expressive here. Yeah, no, he does. His model looks way more expressive than it used to. You catch some babies in the wild. Remember Elekid and Riolu? Yeah. Was Riolu really a baby, though? Riolu was just kind of a first evolution. Elekid's definitely a child. That's how it should have been, yeah. Well, Legends Arceus, the way they handled it was if you found a baby, usually the evolved form would be nearby. Now that Legends Arceus... Actually, no, you know what, though? I was going to say, now that Legends Arceus is connected to Let's Go... Not Let's Go, just, Home. Sorry, I'm not thinking straight. I should go and, like, grind more shinies out. But... I've been told that Scarlet and Violet, it's possible to get shinies even easier than that. You could get an even higher shiny rate in Scarlet and Violet by using the in-game stuff for that. So we might be seeing some of it. It's useful to breed a Magby late in the game, but catching him early lets you get the Magmar line earlier without breaking the game, yeah. From what I've seen, they've made it so that in the first area... There's pretty much going to be at least one Pokemon of every type. Maybe not every single type, but most types. So you're always going to have an option to, like, get through the rest of the game, or get through the next area wherever you go. I know you could get some Dragon and Poison types pretty early. Maybe because you're taking its baby, yeah. Exactly. Hope the gym leaders are competent. I don't know. I've heard that the fighting, like the in-game trainers in this game are very easy, apparently, which kind of sucks. They really wanted the focus in the game to be more of the exploration of the open world. Trainers don't fight you automatically either. You only fight them by talking to them. The weirdest aspect of it to me is the fact that you could do the gyms in any order, but they don't scale. They don't scale at all, so it's like... There's like, if you just plow ahead and do the strongest one first, then you're gonna steamroll the rest of them. When that implemented a ROM hack, where's my check? Honestly, I was almost tempted to say, I was tempted today to buy this, but then I was like, no, because I really want to play Scarlet and Violet. I was tempted to say, hey guys, I'm about to play the first open world Pokemon game, and then I just load up that Pokemon Crystal ROM hack that I've admittedly want to try. If I play a Gen 2 like original game, it's probably going to be crystal clear, because that sounds amazing with how they handle it. It essentially takes Gen 2 and it makes it an open world game. You could start from either New Bark Town or Pallet Town. You have like 4 trainer options, and you have like, I think it's like 9 or 10 different starters. You have the Kanto starters, the Johto starters, and you have like 4 more random Pokemon that you could just pick, including a few hard mode ones. You can do the gyms in any order. They scale. Every single gym has 16 different sets, depending on how many badges you have. And yeah, you can just do them in any order. And like, there's new fast travel stuff too. You don't need HMs to wander the world map. Like, all the HM puzzles, there's still some of them there in, like, bonus areas, but the main areas, they remove it. What I'm gonna do is watch your streams of SV, wait a month, and if I do not get a DLC announcement, I'll play SV.
Would you like to
I mean, we're gonna get DLC. They've already, apparently in the data of the game, they've already seen that there's, like, 4 waves of it. But that might not necessarily be paid DLC, that might be free DLC. We don't know yet. Anyway, let's cook.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow.
Well, I don't need Lost Cocoa anymore. Only takes 1 coin to get 100 rings, okay. I mean, I guess I could just start buying memory tokens, because I'm going to need those anyway. It'll make it easier than having to grind them out. Oh, I'm actually out of money.
Would you like to try?
Oh my god.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow.
It was not exactly developed with the Sword and Shield DLC announced 2 months after the original game and now being down. Wow, the count coin goes down so slowly. Yeah. Apparently, like I think the first wave at least, or some of it's going to be free, just because apparently the game is pretty obvious about what the DLC is going to be. And if they're waiting to do that as DLC, then that means, Wait, did it not actually drop my coin count? Oh, no, that's my purple coins, never mind. Oh, that's complete now. Okay, so that's all done. We're done here. Good, good. Did I not get that? No, I didn't. Why do you keep getting the thing above your head if you're just gonna tell me that? Positive you did new art? Nice. Check it out. Woo, 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 woo. Can I just climb up this? Apparently the answer is yes. Actually, I can. This incline is just... No. There we go. No, come on.
You are
Not the father. Just put me right back here. Can I not get that yet? Maybe it's just not at the point where I can get it right now. Though I can ride a rail up there. meandering at the speed of sound. Hey, I've been up here. What the? Wait a minute. Oh, the emerald's back there. What the fuck am I doing?
You can't just take control of that last Titan, can you?
I have made multiple attempts, but all failed.
And this is the last one, right? I don't want any more surprises.
I can confirm only 4 were constructed.
Now then, let's do it to it. We're out of time. We've got to save everyone, everywhere.
All the time. Is his mouth moving? I don't know. Yeah, all at once, that's what I was thinking of, too. I forget the name of that movie quite often. Wait a minute, what? Duh? Emerald's right here. Oh, wait a minute. I know. I know what's going on here. The emerald's in here. I literally can't. This emerald's plot locked right now until I open this door. It's in there. All right, so we got to get the yellow instead. That's blue. There's yellow. Seven vault keys. So how many does that make? 4. Oh, so there was one more in the vault than normal this time. Or maybe all of them are in vaults this time instead of doing a minigame for them. Okay, so we got that. I guess the next step is to go down here and explore a bit more. Four 9 is down there, so that's probably like close to the end of where we need to go. That being said, there's a waypoint that I could just follow, so... Red pillar. I've already fought like 3 of those. Beep, 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 beep. Nice. Oh. go over there because, shit.
The ancients came to this world tens of thousands of years ago. The planet was still underdeveloped back then, and their technology was vastly superior to anything else at the time.
I knew it felt different at the time, but the fact that it was really alien was surprising.
I'm not saying it was aliens,
Floating
but it was
buildings,
aliens.
Giant structures, cyberspace. It didn't make sense that such advanced stuff was also super old. But it all came from space, so, well, there you go, I guess.
What would this world look like if the ancients had survived, I wonder? Under different circumstances, I would enjoy running the simulations.
Simulations. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Oh, this chestnut. Just hold L and R until you get hit. Ooh. I like this auto combo mode. It's way better. Now I don't have to focus. I can just mash Y. It does less damage, but at level 99 attack power, it really doesn't matter much. Look at that, 2600. That's way more than I would have done at any other point in the game. Oh, straight into Mario RPG. That sound. Wait, which sound? Sound of it breaking? The drum roll. Oh. That's an island mystery. I don't think I could do that yet. Which means I can't go to 4-7 yet. Actually, I don't know. It's not locked. Maybe I can do it now. Or not. I see. So it'll take more to defeat you. It's all coming together. Oh yeah, I've been here already. In fact, I think I've done that cyberspace level. Yep. This is the spot I wanted to come back to, because look, I think you could run up the wall in this area. It's really cool. Okay, next spot. Over here. Don't care about the caterpillar. Literally no point in me fighting any enemies unless they're new at this point. Nighttime only. Cool. Alright. Next spot. Over here. Oh, there's a thing over there. Oh, this is new. Sort of. It's new in the sense that, we haven't done a movement puzzle like this with, laser beams. Cool. Where's she? Oh.
If I understood those visions correctly, the ancients came from space, right? And they were wearing things that looked like the Coco, but they didn't seem, I don't know, alive. Do you know what the Coco really are?
They originated as lucky charms for the ancients.
Oh, those are
They were
delicious.
never designed to contain their data, their wills.
Yeah, but the Coco I've found do hold the memories of their creators. Maybe the ancients changed them. Or maybe the Coco wanted to keep their memories alive after they were gone.
Or maybe they just wanted some delicious marshmallows and cereal. Delicious pure sugar marshmallows. Clear with 15 rings. Okay, so either rings are really scarce or this level's extremely short. Orange stars, blue moons, green clovers, yellow shooting star. Wait a minute. They need to make a Sonic cereal with all the memory tokens as marshmallows. Chemical plant. Nice. I didn't get the red ring! Wow, that is a very short level. Working on perfect scores on all maps in Advance Wars DS. I have 8 more to go. Nice. 30 seconds for the S rank on that. Not bad. Piss. If I'm hitting buttons and nothing's happening. Okay, so I had to take the slow route there. Where'd the Ree go? At least this one's short. What is wrong with me? Oh my god! What the actual shit is wrong with me right now? Holy fuck! 10-second course. Just beat it already. Fuck, for fuck's sake, man. There we go. That's so hard. Yeah, 3 keys. What is next? 4-3, 4-6, 4-8. So there's one down there I can't do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I think that's all of them. Yeah. So all these have been cleared. Up to, not counting the S ranks. Okay. So it's just these two, 4-9 and 4-8, and I can't get to 4-8 right now because it's blocked off by a mystery. So that just leaves story beats and 4-9 for now, and more checkpoints. this is the nighttime one. Is it almost nighttime yet? I don't want to leave, because when I leave, I'm going to get caught up in other shit, and then it's going to turn night, and I'm not going to be able to come back here. There's the sun. There's gonna still be some time. Alright. There's like... Oh, somehow I ended up here, despite not looking at the map at all.
Once the ancients landed on this world, they cultivated the islands to be their new home. This place in particular was meant for prayer and reflection. They hoped to live in peace. When they learned their enemy had followed them here, they prepared to defend this world. The walls, cannons, towers, all for a desperate last stand.
That explains all the stuff I've seen on the run. I wondered if they were preparing for a fight. Now I know.
This is where the ancients would gather to simply be together, to cherish those who were left. That is why they recorded everything. Their history, their aspirations, their hopes, their dreams, so they would never be truly gone.
Purple coins. I don't really need those anymore. I don't know why I'm collecting them. Why am I doing stuff? Clear with 120 rings. Skateboard. I see a red ring floating up there. Not. I can't go do... No, that's not there. There it is. Mr. Red Ring already. Oh, I'm gonna skateboard again. There's another red ring right there. That's a pretty fun little level. Why does Sonic need a skateboard? I don't know. He's had it in a few games. I think it's supposed to be more a reference to Sonic Adventure 2. It's the snowboard. You don't get any other controls while you're doing this, though. Ah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get. To get the S-rank time on it, though. Alright, you have to grab the... Okay, so it's the actual rings inside the boxes that trigger that. Not the boxes themselves. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Alright, back to this. Be Sonic. Oh, that was it, just one tree. Okay. A little island over there. Okay. So I guess the next spot would be heading over here. And there's probably a couple more. There's like space that I can't get over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, okay, so that's literally, yeah, that's literally the only one left. 4, 7, 4, 6, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, and then this is 4, 5, and 4, 4. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's the next spot to go in, unless there's a side story that I missed. Another couple. I noticed I just say Sage instead of side story because she's the only person here. Whoa! Wait, what? There's another fishing portal here? It's the same exact spot, though. It says complete already. That's weird. I'm assuming the rewards are no different here.
Hey, would
It's
you
exactly the
like
same.
to try? I'll let you borrow a ride.
Yeah, there's nothing, nope, nothing else we could buy. Alright, so there's just a second portal to the fishing spot here. Which I guess is fine. Adds another fast travel spot. If it is really all that necessary. There are no more, Island Mysteries, so we can't do that. This one doesn't have a lock on it, but I don't know where to go for it. Challenges, we don't have any that we haven't done yet on visible here. Portal. Alright, well, let's go to some sage spots then. We got one right here. That'll take us right near one of them.
Yo, so did cyberspace actually interact with my brain?
It was designed to catalog neural networks, among other things. So yes.
Alright, hear me out. Do you think all those locations I visited were pulled from my memories?
That is plausible. It imported the data of your memories and applied it to your surroundings.
Hacker
so you
man.
could comprehend them.
Maybe that gave me the edge I needed to escape each time. I was covering familiar ground. Go me.
Certainly not an excuse for Sega to just reuse the same level designs over and over. Not at all. Oh, this is back where I started.
You were created by Eggman, right?
Correct. My base code was compiled by him. The scope of my capabilities was vastly modified once I integrated with cyberspace, but he is my creator.
Oh man, I bet he never expected his genius AI would advise him to work with me.
Probably pissed him off.
The scenario with the highest likelihood for survival. That is all.
Yeah, that probably really annoyed the shit out of him, not gonna lie.
I had secured Dr. Eggman in cyberspace to protect him from the impending destruction. I had hoped to keep out external variables as well. You were not meant to come here.
Yeah, I figured that out. I understand now why you locked my friends in the cyber cages and fought me. I wasn't exactly going to leave the Titans alone either. It's too late for an I'm sorry from either of us. Better to focus on making things right.
Oh, I'm not sorry at all. I just don't care. Okay, so that's all the sage icons I could see. I guess it... Oh, well, there's an objective. So let's fast travel here. I haven't gotten this one yet. Okay. The more she helps Sonic, the more blue hue she's developed, yeah.
I'm so used to using the Chaos Emeralds, it's kind of hard to accept they're from space.
Yes, they were central to the Ancients' power and native to their world. They are the only things that can awaken all the functions on the island, and were taken away with the last survivors to another land.
Without the Emerald's power, the island's functions eventually shut down.
That is why I drew them here.
Just like Twitter.
I hope to use the Ancients' technology to stop the emergence of their old foe.
Alright, that's 5. Oh, cool. Oh, God, is this a ball one? Yeah, it is. Oh, no! The worst possible thing that could happen to me. Can't believe this game has done this to me. One more. Oh, thank God. That was actually fairly easy. I can't believe you've done this. Alright, there's another one right there. Nah. Shit. It's up there. We could just run up walls at some points. Not all, but some. Oh, look, more Tetris. What do we got here? White in the middle, at the very top. Purple has one piece that's like in the middle. It's below a black piece, so what? Purple has to go before black. Blue has to go after black. So it's purple, black, blue. Yellow, purple, black, blue, white. Yellow, purple, black, blue, white. Yellow, purple, black, blue, white. Four. Black. Blue. And finally, white. Bitchin'. Fast travel to all portals unlocked. Wait a minute, I could have gone in that area the whole time. Because there's the Hermit Coco was in there. I could have just warped into that secret spot. Yeah. As for Sage, well now it's time to go here apparently, because I have all the emeralds, but I'm gonna go and fast travel into here real quick. Oh, is there another way to get in here? Or not. That was cool. Part of me's like, I don't even want to try. I'm like, what's the point? I'm not gonna get rewarded for it. This area's like kind of cut off anyway. Alright, well, I'm done with the gears. Done with the keys, too. I could probably... Well, I still need my ring count. I still want my ring count up, because it'll tell me how much health I have. Or you could just turn off the items underneath it. Alright, here we go. Final cyberspace. layout seems very familiar. Not terrible. There we go. I think that's all the cyberspace levels. That's interesting. What's my opinion on the Fire Emblem Engage stuff shown so far? Ooh, that's actually a good question. I did see the trailer. I think it's interesting how apparently the red and blue aspect is going to literally be the, like, the allied and enemy unit type thing. Because we saw the other person... Oh, I can access this. That was so stupid of me. I could have opened it. I think it's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to have time to play it, honestly. I might wait and see how people review it. Oh, I see. Each one's a different song. Okay. that was it. It was just do those 3 like that. Okay, well, at least we got that door open. I could say that I've done it. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yep. We've tightened this up. Now we just... No. I just need to go to where Sage is. Which is to say, right here. Was that Lugia's song or something? I don't know.
There is a Chaos Emerald inside. Your power is required to access it.
First, we gotta open that door. Are you good with hanging around? I thought you were supposed to be looking after Eggman while he helps hunt down the emeralds.
I will be at his side when he needs me. For now, we must focus on the task at hand. Use your power to start the system. Hurry, our time is limited.
Okay, gonna do this again. So glad this is the you know what, in retrospect, I'm glad this is the game that I have to do 3 times, and not the pinball game. Barely cleared it. I had 1 life left. If you're shooting 1 bullet, you actually absorb the same color, even if you get hit. It's not just shooting away the other bullets, you just clear them completely.
Emerald number 6, here we come. So, earlier you said I had 0 chances of winning. Change your mind yet?
No. But I have not run a simulation on our present circumstances either.
Ah, yeah. So, you're saying there maybe is a chance.
I am saying we are in a desperate situation. The threat we face is beyond imagination.
Hey, if there's even a 1% chance I can turn that despair of yours into hope, I won't disappoint.
Again with the despair and hope. Danganronpa has ruined those words. Okay, there's nothing else for her here. Undertale. Hey, Celine. Briefly watched one stream of Pokemon Scarlet. Okay, cool. That's neat. I'm getting my copies tomorrow. Should be here before 1, but I might not be here right away. We'll see.
One more. I gotta hurry up.
Sonic!
I know. You're not fast enough, so I found it for you. Go ahead and beat that giant. Don't you dare lose it.
Now why would I want to disappoint you?
I was almost expecting like a double cross there, like it's a fake emerald. There it is. Titan number 4. Gun person, okay. Supreme. Bah. Yeah, I'm max level. This is gonna be a joke now. Just want to see. I'm still on hard, right? Yep. Never got rid of hard. Yeah, the Titans in this game do look like Avas. They look like Avas or Angels, depending on which one. Sage would be more confident if she ran that sim. We've seen the enemy has a 0% chance. Yeah. Sage does not take my power level into account here. 200% mad. I've heard some people like max their level out like at the beginning of the game by fishing, and then every boss was like that easy, and I'm just like, that kind of removes some of the fun. I mean, granted, being able to destroy that thing even on hard mode with that much power is ridiculous, but also this one didn't have like a climactic like last move type thing.
Is that it?
Even Sonic's disappointed.
we did was chase it out of its shell. It's retreating into space to regain its true form. Even Supersonic won't be able to stop it. I know what I must do. I must leave you.
I understand. Go. Fulfill your function.
Hurry, before it regains its full strength.
Ladies first.
Bump up.
Be careful, dear daughter.
Aww. He is capable of love. What about that part on the fourth island we never went to? The end.
He took your home world. He took your lives. Are you going to let him do it all over again? I need your help.
So make a backup copy
We
of
can
her.
end this. Please.
Work with the Titans to defeat the end. Light shot, dark shot, counter enemy attacks by matching. Oh, so that's what all this hacking minigame stuff was for. Laser attack move also creates with each successful counter. When the laser's full firepower, full homing shot with ZR. They could just ship post right then and there. Missed opportunity, yeah.
Mortal, you have served your purpose.
Use L to move up and down. Remember the hacking tips and good luck. Okay.
Now face your end.
I love how this thing.
I am the all-consuming void. What can one mote of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
Countless stars, countless worlds, countless lives. All fell to me, all brought to nothing. All the teeming chaos of creation brought to order, to neutrality, to nothing. I saw your mind as you ran through my prison. You outfought machines and gods. They were mighty. They were finite. I am infinite. I am nothing. You struggle as so many have done before. You will
What?
be consumed like all those before you. I saw your mind. Your courage never wavered. Why? Arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. I was contained once. Once. Is that why? My captors bent time and space. My captors built a whole reality to contain me. My captors burned their souls away to fuel their engines. And you...
Ah. Master Spark, why not? Oh yeah, more Undertale Toho's. Big round thing. Emo and angsty, we get it, yeah. Bootleg Dark Matter 0.
Mortal, you have served
Oh,
your
yo.
purpose.
Yeah, here, the end. Here's what you do. Save the game, come back next week.
Face your end.
This is a bit like the NES game Guardian Legend.
I am the all-consuming void. What can one mote of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
Countless stars, countless worlds, countless lives. All fell to me, all brought to nothing. All the teeming chaos of creation brought to order, to neutrality, to nothing. I saw your mind as you ran through my prison. You have fought machines and gods.
Oh, come on.
They were mighty. They were finite. I am infinite. I am
What?
nothing.
Come on, stop making me lose 2 of my lives
You
at
struggle
the same exact
as so
spot.
many have done before. You will be consumed like all those before you. I saw your line. Your courage never wavered. Why? Arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. I was contained once. Once. Is that why?
Also, yeah, if it goes without saying, this is what you get for playing the game on hard mode or finishing the last boss on hard mode. If you do this on any other difficulty, this fight doesn't exist, and instead it's just like a cutscene, apparently.
Burn their souls away to fuel their engines. And you?
What? I wasn't touch. I wasn't touching the laser. I wasn't touching the laser.
Mortal, you have served your purpose.
I didn't move. I didn't move at all.
Now face your end. I am the all-consuming void. What can one mote of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
Countless stars, countless worlds, countless lives. All fell to me, all brought to nothing. All the teeming chaos of creation brought to order, to neutrality, to nothing. I saw your mind as you ran through my prison. You have fought machines and gods. They were mighty.
Shit. And here comes the second death.
I am infinite. I am nothing. You struggle as so many have done before. You will be consumed like all those before you. I saw your mind. Your courage never wavered. Why? Arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. I was contained once. Once. Is that why? My captors bent time and space. My captors built a whole reality to contain me. My captors burned their souls away to fuel their engines. And you?
Thank you for the follow. Ooh.
You glitter. You fly about me like a gnat. I am inevitable. I cannot be denied. You strike this incarnation with all your might. It changes nothing.
Oh,
You
come!
are not brave. You are not victorious.
Come on, man. Yeah, that was horseshit.
Mortal, you have served your purpose. Now face your end. I am the all-consuming void. What can one bolt of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
Countless stars, countless worlds, countless lives. All fell to me, all brought to nothing. All the teeming chaos of creation.
I don't mind this, I just wish it wasn't 3 hits and you're out.
To order, to neutrality, to nothing. I saw your mind as you ran through my prison. You have fought machines and gods. They were mighty. They were finite. I am infinite. I am nothing. You struggle as so many have done before. You will be consumed like all those before you. I saw your mind. Your courage never wavered. Why?
I think the weird thing is just that it's a shmup after like beating the game on hard, it's like this is the reward. It's a shmup rather than like an actual tough boss fight.
I was contained once. Once. Is that why? My captors bent time and space.
Apparently, if you don't do this on hard, if you do this on normal or easy, it's just like literally like a QTE, and then it's it. It's over. And the ending's apparently like exactly the same, no matter what.
And you.
You glitter. You fly about me like a gnat. I am inevitable. I cannot be denied. You strike this incarnation with all your might. It changes nothing.
Oh, damn it!
You are not brave. You are not victorious. No matter what form I take.
No! That was you give me enough time to move. Right.
Mortal, you have
This is
your
kind of like
purpose.
it's a bit much.
Now face your
Am I gonna have to pull out the old chestnut of one step too far? Because again, that's what this is. It's one step too far.
What can one mote of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
I'm gonna feel like a total loser if I have to drop the difficulty down and just do the basic ending.
Countless lives. All fell to me. All brought to nothing. All the teeming chaos of creation brought to order, to neutrality, to nothing. I saw your mind as you ran through my prison. You have fought machines and gods. They were mighty. They were finite. I am infinite. I am nothing. You struggle as so many have done before. You will be consumed like all those before you. I saw your line. Your courage never
Yeah, more lives.
why? Arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. I was contained once. Once. Is that why? My captors bent time and space. My captors built a whole reality to contain me. My captors burned their souls away to fuel their engines.
Ikaruga.
And you,
hate this. No! I was... wrong button.
You glitter. You fly about me like a gnat. I am inevitable. I cannot be denied. You strike this incarnation with all your might. It changes nothing. You are not brave. You are not victorious. No matter what form I take.
Come on, that was a little rough in terms of the tilt there. No! What am I supposed to... You're throwing shit at me too fast for me to react to it here. And it's like after 5 minutes of this per attempt. Maybe a little less of it.
Served your purpose. Now face your end.
Oh my god.
I am the all
I knew this was gonna be difficult, but like, I didn't expect it to be bullshit difficult. I expected a game with fairly good balance throughout it to end fairly balanced, and not end with a repetitive shooter that they expect you to do 16 times until you not make a single damn mistake during it. It annoys me too, because I was so happy with the majority of this game, and the last 2 streams of it have just been like, have had like one section that just pissed me off so much that I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. It's making me want to give this a lower score.
To neutrality. To nothing.
'Cause that's the thing, people are gonna think I hate it, and they're gonna think that I'm annoying and just didn't enjoy it. And it's like, no, I really enjoyed it. It's just literally 2 spots in the game were poorly designed, and one of them just happens to be the secret ending shit.
I am nothing. You struggle as so many have done.
I can't.
You will be consumed.
And the thing was, I knew how it worked. I was working with it. The problem was just that it expected too much precision out of me.
Your mind. Arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. I must contain yours. Once. Is that why? My captors bent time and space. My captors built a whole reality to contain me. My captors burned their souls away to fuel their engines. And you?
Come on! It's like I have to focus on the lasers, so I'm not focusing on the bullets. Like, there's no way to avoid taking a death there.
You glitter. You fly about me like a gnat. I am inevitable. I cannot be denied. You strike this incarnation with all your might. It changes nothing. You are not brave. You are not victorious. No matter what form I take.
Again with the shit!
The end comes for you all.
Now or never!
No. No shame in lowering the difficulty. The problem is there's no lower difficulty for this. This is only on hard mode. If you lower the difficulty, there's no fight. It's literally a cutscene.
Please, look after Father.
No. Don't take his coat. Alright, well, it's doable. It's frustrating, but it's doable. Guess I didn't need a big stream for this after all. Yeah, they made a forced timeout phase towards the end. Wasn't really happy with that. It was frustrating, but... now that I've beaten it, I know what to do at least. But I can imagine most speedruns will be skipping that. Yeah, the timeout phase is what you refer to that last part as. Such memorization shit, you hate it. And you're someone who plays a lot of Toho. No Shadow, no Rouge, no No, none of them were in this game. It's just Sonic, Amy, Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Tails, and then Big is in the fishing spots. Bruh. Yeah. Wow, legit feel bad for Eggman. That sucks. That's so sad. Dang. This game, it was good. It was good. It was good. Outside of the pinball section, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The pinball game and that final battle were both good. They were just both extremely long and required way too much either luck or memorization. I could forgive the final battle that I just went through because at least that, once you memorize it, as long as you have the reflexes, you could do it. But the pinball game is like, literally, there's a random chance of just losing. So, and it requires such a high score to beat. It's just stupid. I definitely got angrier at that than I did at the end of the end of the fight. But they were both pretty up there in terms of frustrating. At least this thing is skippable if you don't want to do it. Also, yes, Ian Flynn wrote the story, oversaw the story for this game, which is why it's a fair bit more serious than like a normal Sonic game. Song's kind of on the nose, huh? Have like 5 or 6 recommended Scarlet and Violet streams, yeah. To be fair, if I had gotten the game today, which is possible because some places were getting it early, it would have been me tonight. And I probably would have just done Sonic over the weekend. Yeah, this was lovely. This was a lovely game. It's absolutely a step in the right direction for Sonic. It's not perfect, but it's a huge step in the right direction for what the series could be. I think if maybe the next game we see something like, instead of cyberspace worlds, we just see more open world maps like this, and they're more varied and more based on like classic Sonic stages. Like, I think I would honestly recommend that the next game like this be a classic series game, but in this setting. So, like, you get like 6 or 7 zones, and each zone is just like an island like this with its own theme. Can you imagine like a Hydrocity or Hydro City if you're a pleb zone, just like set up like a giant map like that, and you just get to go down like water slides and tubes everywhere. Maybe vary up the missions a little more. Like add like maybe 1 or 2 more types of missions. Excuse me, I'm still sniffling. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself. Okay.
So, that was fun. But I guess it's time we got moving. I know you all have big plans.
You're gonna hardly recognize me when we see each other again.
I wonder if Cream and Styx are free. Make a road trip out of it.
Styx is canon? Alright.
Get back to my island. At least for a while.
We're wasting daylight. Let's go.
Kind of spinning in rails here and there and everywhere is just a bit much. Yeah, those definitely are more modern Sonic tropes. I would love to see something maybe more like classic Sonic, with a few of these, aspects to it, and maybe just go like old school with the stages. I think that would really felt too real and disorienting. Yeah, I mean, again, they wanted this to seem foreign. They didn't want this to seem like a regular, like, Sonic stage, which is why they put the cyberspace stages in there to kind of appease the people that wanted, like, Sonic game stuff. But then they only put 4 styles in and filled it with EDM instead of, like, classic Sonic music. Which, don't get me wrong, the EDM's great. I love the EDM. And I love the music in the overworld. It was very environmental. I would say that this... Okay, then you could tone it down with a setting or something. Oh, I mean, like... If you mean, like, the blur and stuff like that, yeah, I could have turned that off. I could have made it slower, too, if I wanted to. I had everything cranked up to max. Because I was like, I could handle it. I've played Sonic games before. And for the most part, I did. But this is the thing, the cyberspace stages, I couldn't change any of that. But yeah, the only setting... Well, okay, no. I'm not... I could have gone slower, but, like, that's the thing. That's Sonic. I want to go fast. The only setting I could have turned off was blur, so that when I went fast, it would be more sharp. But then it would also look weird when it was in motion. The blur made it more smooth, especially on the Switch. That's the other thing, too. The Switch version, it's good. If you want to play it on Switch, and you want a portable version, go ahead. Portable mode looks like crap. And, obviously... docked mode, which I streamed here, little Vaseline smear on the screen. Watch videos of the Steam version where it's running at like 60 FPS, 720 1080p with less pop-in. It's really good. If the modding scene for Sonic Frontiers gets really it's like amazing, and like I want to like look into it a bit more, I might buy the Steam version when it goes on sale or something, just to have that nice high-end version of the game. Speaking of, Square Enix put out a new trailer for Crisis Core Remastered, or Reunion, today, and it looks really damn good. I might have to start biting the bullet and not getting Switch versions of these games. I have to, like, see if my computer can handle them, because Crisis Core Remastered is going to look great via Steam. And I'm looking forward to playing. Actually, is it going to be on Steam? I hope it is. I better check. Let's see here. Fallout New Vegas update. Probably just a bug fix or something. Crisis Core. Speaking so that I don't get VOD muted. Blah 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 blah. Yep, it's going to be on Steam. $50. Comes out December 13th. That's also, December 13th is when I come back from my my oral surgery. Or the day after I come back from my oral surgery, so... If I'm done with Pokemon by then, maybe that'll be the next game I play. But I also want to play Sports Story, so... One or the other here. If I do Crisis Core Reunion, I'm absolutely not going for 100% in that, because there are 300 side missions, and I think I put like 40 hours into the PSP version, and I did exactly 150 of them. So, don't expect me to like do everything in that game. Not that it matters, the side missions don't have any story to them, usually, just like flavor text. 13th is when Crisis Core drops, 15th is when Sonic Prime comes out, yes! And the 1st is when the final batch of Stone Ocean comes out, so I will be watching Sonic Prime, because I will have Netflix next month. I'm going to do what I did last year, buy the subscription before I get onto the plane, and just download all the episodes and gradually watch them over the course of the vacation. It's funny, because last year, they came out on the 1st, then the 2nd was the day of my flight. Heard nothing about the 2nd wave of Stone Ocean. This is the 3rd wave. 2nd wave was in September. Thanks, NASA. Thank you, Sega. Sega. Okay, in September, saying no one was talking about it back then. Yeah. Well, because everyone was pissed because it just took forever to come out. That was kind of the big issue back then. What's he plotting? What are you scheming, Eggman?
Father?
That's my girl.
Aww. That's so sweet. She exists in the ruins. She lives. Arcade mode. So this is, oh. So arcade mode, this is literally just the 30 stages. Watch the next game make her a villain, yeah. Sassy villain. This is just the cyberspace stages. You just go for the best time in them, I think. I don't think there's any reward for doing... There's no reward for beating all of them. Yeah, in fact, there's no point. It's literally just like a main menu way of accessing them. $251. There's still part of the game I didn't see yet, though. Okay, so it just stops. It just stops you before you grab the last emerald. I could have swore there was like a congratulatory message and something about like, oh, well, you could run around the island in free mode or something. But I guess not. Seriously fall back down.
You stray from the path.
So there's nothing over there. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just put another island? Like, why wouldn't they just end the land? Unless maybe they're using that for DLC later or something. No water running, yeah. There's secrets down there. Also, there's Eggman stuff down there. I wanna go down there. Alright. $340. It didn't save at all during that. I thought it does, but whatever. Well then. That was fun. I guess that's it for Sonic Frontiers. I don't think there's anything else to do right now, except get all the S ranks. But that was cool. That was great. I enjoyed it. I gotta stop now. It's getting late, and I have to do stuff before I stream tomorrow. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for sticking through with this with me. I know it was a little rough at points, but I had fun with it. And if there's DLC, I'll probably come back to it at some point. But, until then, silence. And get ready for more jank tomorrow when I stream Pokemon Scarlet. I will be here much earlier than normal. I don't know what time specifically. I have to see when I get it and when things work out, because I have stuff to do in the morning. But I will try to be here as early as possible and just crank out a nice long stream of this game like I did last year with Brilliant Diamond. But seriously, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I always appreciate the company. Love my friends. You're all great. You all have a great evening. I will see you mañana. Or today, I guess, technically, because it's still already Friday. Why am I so awkward?
Great flavors: mango, cherry, blue.